Hey, I think I am live. I'm going to set this to live chat. Crimbo, thank you for dropping by, man. Haven't done a stream in a long time. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I've had some health problems. I've had some employment problems. They're looking a little better, but it's been touch and go. So my life is kind of a mess. But I recently have started creating and making music again. And I have to say, one of the reasons why has been this synth that you see. What's up, Ghost? Welcome, welcome. The synth that you see in front of you here. Now, this is a pretty new synth. I believe it came out this year. Maybe January? Like, super recent. I know nothing about the company. I know nothing about everyone involved and stuff. But I was just kind of intrigued by a YouTube video I saw. Maybe this is the 80 billionth synth VST that I can get, use for 5 minutes and move on, right? Because that's how it goes. You got so many options these days. You got Diva. You've got, oh my God, Serum. There's Serum 2. You got Omnisphere. Right? There's a million choices. And what always holds me back from actually all the ones I just listed is the user interface, right? The GUI, graphical user interface. That is the most important thing for working with any synth, be it software or hardware, right? If it's not logical, if it doesn't have a very clear way of doing things that allows you to create, it might as well just be a brick that you just spent $2,000 on, or a useless piece of software that you spent, $300 on or whatever. I'm gonna check the mic real quick. Wow, that is loud. Okay, cool. Well, I sound like a radio host. Anyway, so for some reason, I just saw this synth pop up on a YouTube video, and I was like, this is kind of cool. It could be a waste of time. I saw the price tag. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. $150. I was like, man, I better be certain I want to do this. But I did have some cash lying around, and I thought, F it, let's go, right? I took a huge chance. Now, something that concerned me right out the gate, this synth does, the first time you use it, require you to log in. You make an account and you log in, I believe. I don't know if it requires your internet connection or not. I haven't tried it without using the internet because I'm always connected. But I don't like that as a process, or as a principle, I should say. Authenticating and all that nonsense, it annoys me, right? But I got over that pretty quick. I've only had to log in one time, and I gotta say, this thing rules, okay? For creating bread and butter sounds, for making weird experimental sounds, and the beauty is all on the user interface. So let me stop yapping and kind of explain. Looking at this, you may feel like you're looking at a DAW, and that's the vibe I get. This feels like they put Logic Pro inside of a synth. I'm using FL, so that's ironic. But as you see here, you got the mixer here, right? You have the different, there's a routing section where you can choose how you want your oscillators to be routed, which I should use more of. I made a patch that has like different oscillators routed to different things. You've got FX buses A and B. You have main effects. You've got this nice oscilloscope here. The mod matrix is like built in, basically. There is a formal one, obviously, but which I never use. But right here, it follows the Serum rules of dragging and dropping. Real quick, Crimbo says, I was sitting at work a couple days ago making sandwiches, and I was like, Kiko1 hasn't done stuff in a while. It's cool. I'm subbed to him on Patreon. Wonder when he'll stream. Yeah, apologies, man. I've been really, life's been crazy for me. Hoping it gets a little better. But so now the whole deal with this synth, if you look on YouTube, is ultra wave, right? Ultra. So basically the idea is it can do wavetables like Serum, and it's got, first of all, some of the best visual feedback I've seen on any synth ever, right? But what's cool about it, and I don't know all the technical stuff, I guess you can technically create like you can use an attack sample in the start of your sound, you can literally drag and drop waveforms. You can manipulate them, like warping them, warping your samples. You can use vocals in very strange ways. I kind of hesitate to get into that right now just because, honestly, the synth on its own without the sample manipulation is great, and I've barely kind of scratched the surface. But here we go. So you're going to hear something here. Let me make sure you guys hear that. Sorry. Sorry about the replay. I just want to hear it. Okay, you can hear it fine. So I'm going to click and drag and drop. This is a sample. You can't see it because I'm trying to show you as much of the synth as possible and not FL. But let me drag it and drop. You get all these things. So automatic import. Select multiple files to create multi-sampled ultra waves. You can also import wavetable data files, right? You can replace ultra wave in the current patch. You can create a brand new patch. You can add sounds to the current ultra wave. If we do create new patch, I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm just going to do automatic because I'm not the most confident with this stuff. But anyway, so if I play something, you don't even hear it. I guess you have to play it here. Play it in this preview. But this is what I want to import. Yeah, this would be all the info. Adjust the noise threshold slider to select the audio you want to import. Okay. You can... Well, let's do that. Oh. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah, well, that would be it. You can optionally drag the graph to select a range and then click add or remove to adjust the section. Okay. So... oh, okay. You can add a section? I don't even know what that means. Oh, no, let's not do that. Okay, F this. Just, it's fine. Oh, see, I messed up. Well, okay, we imported something, just not what I wanted to import. Let's go back. Let me try this again. Okay, we're gonna do create new patch. Let's do automatic, discard changes. Let's just do done. Okay, so what's happened is here's the original file, right? And here's the new, and when they say engine, I guess they mean they've taken this sample and converted it into synthesis, right? So, sounds kind of weird. Sounds a little strange. Let's turn it up. I can actually barely hear it. And now there's an attack already here. I guess we can't really hear it. Attack not detected. Create from selection. Whoa, dude. Auto. Okay. Well, so I guess we just hit done. Import complete. Make all sounds mono. No. Let's keep it on stereo. Attacks, discard attacks, pitch curves. Okay. Loop enabled. Okay, that's fine. So now... But you can do stuff like you can start manipulating this sample that you just dropped in here. And you get some crazy sounds. So you have the warp section here, right? By the way, I read no manual. I just started messing with stuff, and it really was a fun time. You have all your options, actually, here for what you can do. So you can bend the waveform or wavetable. You can... these are just different, like, basic effects. You can squash it. Now, of course, I'm moving it like this, right? But you can easily drag an envelope, just like in Serum, just like in Nexus, just like in pretty much Faceplant, all these all these synths. You can just drag and drop. So now it's modulating it's squashing it based on my envelope. I mean, dude, so now we're doing some Sega Genesis stuff. So that's awesome. You also can do, my favorite is the FM. Okay, but let's back up a second. Let me just show you a totally initialized patch. Let's not even mess with the samples and stuff. Let me turn it down a little bit. So this is your whole layout here, right? You've got your ultra wave. You only get one of these, kind of a bummer, but it's okay. You have an ultra wave oscillator, right? You have all this fancy stuff you can do. As you'll notice here, it is cycling through the wavetable, I guess, and then looping when it gets to the end. So if you don't want it to do that, you can change the speed at which it loops. So you can be really fast. You can have it slow. Right? You can choose when it starts to loop and when it starts. Right? I'm choosing a cycle on this wavetable. And I could make it loop here. Watch. It's so easy to use. It's so adjustable. And then you can also just change it to a static wavetable. As you'll see, it doesn't move unless I make it move, right? But, you know, I love just how easy and flexible this is. Okay, but anyway, so getting a little ahead of myself here. And then you've got other stuff here, like you can have the amplitude curve and the pitch curve. Like I said, you can do this too. You can change your start time and your end time. The loop mode, how do you want it to be? Is it going to be like cycling, back and forth, or cycling? So I guess, what would that look like? Yeah, okay. So the problem with cycling is if you don't have the correct spot, you can get this sort of like popping sound. Like, listen. You hear that? As opposed to, it's a little smoother when you have it on the back and forth mode rather than cycling. But, I mean, so there's a lot, dude. There's a lot you can do with this thing, which I love. And like, yes, you can add an attack sample. You could even, let's find one actually. Synth one-shots. Yeah, why not? Drag that in. Add sounds to current ultra wave. Automatic. Whoa, dude. You can also make it so... Yeah, this threshold for... I won't lie to you guys. I'm not super familiar with what I'm doing here exactly. I guess you're choosing the quietest and loudest parts for it to... Okay. Ignored. I see. Wavetable cycles and pitch curve below threshold. Ignored. Okay. I'm not the most confident in that. Wavetable cycles. Adaptive. Loudest cycles. Evenly spaced. Okay. The cycle grid. Variable pitch. Steady pitch. No pitch. Sounds like ass. I guess you leave on steady pitch. And then the pitch curve. I mean, this is really, like, you can get really, really detailed on this stuff. If you turn off the amp curve, it's just a flat sound, right? No curve or volume automation there. This kind of just makes it sound a little nicer, but sure, done. Okay, that's fine, done. So, no, wait, what are we doing here? Oops. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what I just did. Okay. Yeah, again, I don't even really, you know, That's not why I like this synth, to be perfectly honest. So the way that you just start creating with this thing is much like with Serum, much like with any of those drag and drop things, is you just start playing with it. So like, let's use this sawtooth here. Let's do some FM. So if we click on warp, we go to pulse width, and then we go down to FM. You got FM1 linear, key tracked, and exponential. They all sound slightly different. Let's just stick to linear, but go back to it and choose your source. So you can choose what you want to modulate to, right? Or what you're using to modulate your ultra wave oscillator, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Crimbo, it is what it is, man. I'm hanging in there, but I appreciate it. Ghost says, have you tried Vital? Yeah, I'm not the biggest Vital fan. I mean, it's awesome that it's free, and I think it can do so much. I'm just not really, I don't like how it's laid out. I love how this thing is laid out. But let's have it modulated by the super wave, and I'll talk about that. That's like the super saw, basically. So let's change this to super. Okay, so we don't even need to turn on this oscillator to hear what it can do. Check it out. Whoa. So it's using basically this waveform, this oscillator is influencing the ultra wave via FM, frequency modulation. So since this is a super stereo oscillator, listen, there's like a slight difference there. Actually, wait a minute. Is it doing this one? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. It was using the wrong one. So listen to the difference. Here, it sounds mono. The sound's in the middle, right? But we're not even hearing this oscillator, right? We're not even hearing it truly. We're hearing it reflected, basically, here. So you can get some really fat, weird sounds, right? Of course, if you turn it on, you hear it. And if I'm going too fast, if anyone's watching this like, bro, slow down. This is how fast it can go. I mean, you can just get lost in this shit really quickly. And then, of course, that super saw has other waveforms, right? What the hell? Now, that's not a usable sound, in my opinion, right? But of course, you could use part of this and turn the mix down to 50%. I mean, if you wanted to, or... It just gets nuts, dude. Let's see. Let's go back to a different one. Here's what we do. Let's just start with this. So I'm going to take this envelope 2, click and drag and drop it onto the FM amount. So basically, it's... What's up, Ben? We make some Trent Reznor type shit. No, I promise. You can make traditional sounds. I promise. But so what we're doing is we're modulating this FM amount based on this shape, right? Okay, dude. Calm down. And of course, you can change how much you want to, how much of that modulation you want to affect. Like, for example, it's on 99%. Let's turn it down to like 40 or something. Much more palatable, right? Right, you can do some crazy stuff. But keep in mind, whatever you do to this waveform will affect this one. And again, it's not even on. Right? So let's just start going nuts, okay? So I'm gonna take this sine wave, click and drag, and I'm going to put it on the detune. Yeah. Detune amount. Can't really hear it too much. Let's kind of... Let's see. All right, I'm not making a very good case for this. Why isn't this one working? Let's turn it off. See, this is the real oscillator here, right? And again, this is based on the Roland JP, is it 8000 or JP 8080 classic synth that introduced the super saw, right? You have the 96 version engine, and you have 2026. Now, you might notice that because I applied this LFO to this detune, how am I supposed to breathe without you? No, how am I supposed to control how much? Oh, look at that. Right? So any parameter that you modulated, right click on it and you'll see LFO1. And you can see how much we're doing. 5%. I'm only using 5% of my power, bro. I'm a sick dude. You can also do this, keep in mind, down here on LFO1, right click. Look at that. It's routed to D. I mean, it's so convenient, dude. It's such a convenient plugin. Trust me. But yeah, so let me, let's do a better sound here, right? And this is not the best. First of all, let's slow it down. You know what? Let's start over. Let's start over. It's easy. Easy. Nothing is hard on this synth. So here, let me show you. Well, let's go through the oscillators. Why not? So let's get rid of ultra wave. We hear nothing. Let's do analog. Now this is your standard kind of subtractive synthesis, old school analog. You've got oscillator A, B, and C. A and B on by default are already on. You'll notice that oscillator B is an octave lower. You can obviously bring it up. So you have octave control. You have the semitone control. Right. You have the scent, which is like fine tune basically. I have not heard of Too Slimy, I won't lie to you. I have not. And oh, and I fucking love this thing. They thought of everything. You can pan both oscillators, all three actually. Nah, get out of here. Sawtooth, baby. Right? I gotta say, here's another thing, a reason why I love this thing. The stereo manipulation on this bad boy is crazy. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's calm down. But it is nuts. So yeah, and then this analog oscillator, again, virtual, it's a fucking plugin, has cross mod. Basically, you can modulate B into A. Or I forget how they do it. But so if we turn it on, you do the classic synth sound or sync sound. You have sync logarithmic, which is just a different algorithm, I guess. You have FM exponential. That's like old school FM, not this Yamaha shit. This is real FM. And then you have FM linear. And oh, and we also have amplitude modulation, which I've never used in my fucking life. No offense. But so you got some options here, right? So you could do FM linear. You could take this envelope, drop it on here. You could... Let's... Oh, also on the oscillators themselves, there's like weird wave shaping things you can do as well. Let's drag this on here. Let's turn this off. You can see what it's doing too. It's right there. Again, the visual feedback on this thing is crazy. Okay, and I'm looking at step saw. So this is literally introducing little steps, resonant peaks, I guess. We're getting into Alpha Juno territory here. Of course, anything I do, this is going 99%, 100%. You can turn it in the other direction. Minus 100. So it's going up. Or do you want it to go down? Right? I mean, and that's nothing new, and most synths can do that, but hey, it's easy to do. All right, cool. So let's turn this guy back on. I realize you can't see everything, huh? Yeah, let me make sure you can see everything. That's important to me. Okay. So what else can you do with this bad boy? So much stuff, dude. So much stuff. Because I want to just let you know, yes, you can pan these guys here. You can also pan everything from the mixer. Let's say I turn this guy back on. I mean, that's so convenient. All right, but let's get into the filter. Why not? What the fuck is happening in the background? I don't know. I think it's like old commercials, like old Casio commercials. Sorry if that's distracting. Let's start messing with the filter. Turn the speed down on the, whatever you want to call this thing, ultra wave. Okay, so let's turn the filter on. By default, it's 24, low pass filter. This is a ladder filter, so it's Moog style, right? Again, I'm not going to claim to say, oh, this is a very accurate Moog filter. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. Careful, careful with your ears. Let's even turn it down a little bit. Okay, turn it back up. We have, what is this? Bandpass. And again, you have 12 decibel and 24. I have a kind of annoying suggestion. Can we also get like a 36? I love when a synth has a 36 decibel low pass filter. I don't know why. We never see it, so whatever. It's fine. I'm sure the developer's like, okay, bro. I mean, well, I did look it up. The reason why people don't do that more often is because at some point, it's like the law of diminishing returns. Like, you can't even hear that well, so why even include it? And this is fine. This is fine. And you got high pass, of course. Okay, great. So moving on to the next filter, we have the MS200, which I believe is the Korg. Let's go back to low pass. I think isn't it the Korg MS2000? Has a built-in drive. Actually, so does the other one, too. Let's turn it down because I see I'm clipping a little bit. Well, I'm clipping in FL. Who cares? Same thing. Band pass, high pass. So these are all pretty standard. The one I use the most is the clean filter because I don't like when you introduce resonance and it lowers the perceived bass, right? Like, for example, if we go back to ladder filter. We're right? You can kind of hear there's more bass now. But once I introduce that resonant peak there, it does feel like it lowers. So if you go to the clean, there's less of that. There's less of that. I could be way off too. I could be so wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Welcome, welcome. We're synthin'. All right, so next one up is... Oh, yeah, you just have an EQ. This, of course, can be filtered just like anything else. Right? And then you have... I'm not that interesting in this context, but next one up is the formant filter. And if you like Daft Punk... then you'll like this. And I mean, you can make some shit really quick. Let's take this LFO1, drag it onto the shift. Let's put envelope 2 on vowel X. Actually, let me... This is the type of patch where it's like, Steven, you have to go to bed. Right, it's pretty cool. Okay. You know, okay, awesome. Now, again, if I want to get rid of you see how I got this LFO? Oh no, what am I doing? You can mute it, or you can just straight up delete it. Totally up to you. And then, oh no, how do I do it? You just drag and drop it again. Easy peasy. Okay. Let's delete it for now. Let's delete this too. Okay, and then finally... Oh, there's two more, actually. There's comb filter. This is a weird one, man. So, you have I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not sure what A, B, C, and D... I guess they're different modes of the comb filter. Whoa, dude. So we could even just drag and drop envelope 2. Whoa! That's so fucking sick. Now, remember, we only have one oscillator right now. One. And it sounds this fat. But there's no stereo. You notice? Oh no, where's my stereo, Kiko? Where's my stereo manipulation? Okay, this is one of the coolest perks of this synth. Sounds like Mongolian throat singing, yeah. Mom, the synth is talking, yeah. It's Bill and this rocks. Hell yeah. So right click on any parameter. Almost any, I believe. Now you'll see, obviously, envelope 2, the depth amount, blah, 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 blah. Oh, this is important too. You can, yeah, we'll get to that later. Over on the right, you'll see stereo. What does that mean? Basically, I think what it's doing is it's applying a little bit of, okay, that message got hidden there. I'll let that through. I'm not a mono cuck. Give me stereo. I like that. Okay. If you basically, it's applying some on the left and none on the right. Let's just start messing with it. Okay, now you see that now? So look, there's a red and a green. And it's like there's a slight stereo phase. It's basically splitting up the signal, I guess. I sound like a fucking idiot right now. But so I think it's really just best done subtle. Otherwise, it starts sounding kind of weird. Like, listen to this. Right. I was actually thinking about this the other day. Is there anyone who listens to music on headphones only in mono? It's a thing you can do, but I've never done it. If the music you're listening to was mixed in mono and like old Beatles stuff, yeah, probably do want to listen. Otherwise, you're missing entire things in the song, which sucks. Yeah, there's a lot of visual feedback. I mean, it's you know exactly what you're doing and what you're modulating. So I love it. Let's get rid of that for a second here and go to the final filter, which I really like a lot. It's the resonator. So it has these little, you know, poop emoji resonant peaks here. Of course, you can, by default, it has this low cut on. You can turn it off. It also has, what do you call it? What is this here? Key tracking. So basically, the higher the note goes, the more it opens up. As opposed to, yeah. And that's good for some sounds. Yeah, absolutely. I don't quite know what link does. Is it linking? What is it linking to? Oh, this one? Oh, literally it's, oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't even know that. So you can link filter 1. I just learned something right now. You can link filter 1 to filter 2 with this button. Nice. So I like this one because you can increase the number of bands here. Whoa. 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 Right? You can skew the size of them, I guess, or it's sort of like a seesaw. And all this stuff you can modulate, by the way. And then the range, if you want them all focused into one thing or spread them out. Now, yes, surprise, there's a second filter. It's set to a high pass right now. So let's say you made a really fat bass sound here. Let's say we... Whoa! Oh, I see what you're saying. Carrying you. Sorry if I messed up your name. Yeah, anyone who does that, I don't know. I don't know why you would do that. And that's like a guttural throat sound. What? Okay, so check this out, man. So let's say we wanna modulate the skew here. I'm using a little MIDI keyboard. I actually love this thing. It's called MIDI Plus Mini Control. It's mini keys, but it has a mod wheel, pitch bend, and it's got some little knobs as well. So what I can do, I can take velocity, drag it onto this range here. And then the harder I play a note, the more it opens up. I mean, again, other synths can do that. That's not new. But it's not hidden behind another menu. It's not, oh, where do I find that? It's right freaking there. Another example that I like is that you can let's just reset everything. Fuck it, I don't care. Okay, let's say I want to modulate the filter cutoff with an envelope here, right? And I love this particular shape, right? If I just did velocity on the filter cutoff, I mean, that would work. I think that would work okay, but what I would prefer to do, turn off velocity. You see envelope 2, go to the auxiliary source, aux source, click on this. Now you can choose what is going to be controlling envelope 2. So I want to use velocity. And now it's still, so it's not controlling the cutoff, it's controlling the envelope depth via how hard I hit. And of course you can adjust this. And then of course, you know, with the benefits of this too, it has an amplitude envelope that's already built in. Let's turn the release up. Ah. Is it loud for you guys or quiet? Let me hear. No, it sounds pretty good. But you know what I also like to do? So, okay, so let's say we got this little sound. We haven't talked about LFOs yet, so not really. I mean, the envelopes are pretty simple here. Attack, hold, decay, sustain, release. Nothing crazy. The LFOs have a lot more flexibility to them. You have, basically you can make your own envelopes, sort of, that don't repeat as an LFO. You can do LFO per voice, meaning if one goes and you play another one, it won't just automatically trigger to it. Global trigger, this is usually what I use, where everything's kind of locked into place. Multi-trigger, I mean, there's so many options here. But so, let's say I want to adjust the resonance. That's cool, but what if I change the shape? Right now we could do a sine. What about a square? This is the shit I like. Right? I mean, sounds nice. That was a transmission from an alien, yes. And you can even go further than that. You can draw your own curves. That's cool. But this is my favorite one. You can draw a little step sequencer here, kind of. And based on what mode you're in, change the rate, of course, how fast it happens. You can go in and make some of them a square, like this. I do have a keyboard connected. Yeah, it's a MIDI keyboard. I mean, this is so fucking fun. You could do, let's like make all of them like this and have a reverse one. Oh. Wait. Oh. Look, I'm drawing a little I'm drawing a little comb filter or whatever. And this leads me to my next thing. It's very easy to set up mod wheel destinations. For example, let's say I want a sound here, and let's get a little weird with this sound. Let's use the super saw. Yeah, why not? Let's use the clean filter. Again, we'll put envelope 2. You can use 3 as well. Drag and drop. Nope. Perfect. All right, cool. But let's leave it open a little bit. You know what? It's a little bass heavy. I'm going to add an EQ in my effects chain. Am I actually? Where is it? Where the freaking heck is it? Is it already there? Oh, let's get rid of this. Add, filter, EQ. Okay, cool. So I want LFO1 to be shaped like, I don't know, like this. And I want LFO1 to go onto the filter cutoff. And I want to have kind of a steep thing here. But I don't want to hear it all the time. I want to hear that little bop, 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 only when the mod wheel is up. So what I'm going to do then is right-click on LFO1, go to aux source, mod wheel. Now, I know you can't see me doing this, but I am right now, no mod wheel. When I move it up, woo! But what about this? You know, it could sound even sicker if I assign the mod wheel to envelope 2 as well. But no. I want it to be open, and I want it to go down when I lift up. Well, not like that, actually. Sorry. I don't want that. Okay. How do I do this? Oh, wrong thing. There we go. So, okay, so again, wait. Watch this. I kind of messed it up, sorry. Wait a second. How do I do that? Sorry. I got a little... Okay, let's start over. Okay. So, I want it to be open. Okay, so let me first put the mod wheel here. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so if I move it up, that happens. Okay, cool. Then I also want the LFO1 to affect it. But, right click here. Okay. Right, so, I mean... And you can link so many things to different... We haven't even talked about macros. We haven't talked about anything, right? It's a little static right now. Let's give it some movement. Let's put LFO2 on... We'll do a sine wave. Let's put it on the cent parameter. Just for a little bit, right? I mean, like, dude, so fast, right? I know this isn't a crazy sound, but again, when you're trying to produce or make something and you just want a fat, like, let's even change this LFO1. Let's make it 16th note. Right, and we could even add back the ultra wave. We could add the FM if we wanted to. Put the envelope 3. Oh, maybe not that. I don't like that. Right, and then you could also, you have a built-in vibrato here, where if we click on this, you can send the vibrato to the mod wheel. You can choose how much you want, the speed. So, I mean, in this instance, it doesn't really make sense because of this LFO on the filter that we have. Also want to talk about the effects on this thing. They're not bad. It's not even that they're not bad, it's that they're passable and they're easy to get rid of. You know, I already added this EQ here. Right. There's a compressor as well. I didn't even talk about that. Let's set that to 2-to-1 ratio. Well, a little higher than that. There we go. Turn the threshold down. On the makeup gain. Oh, let's bring the attack all the way. Sorry, I got distracted there. So, and I want to give a shout out as well to the distortion. I'm not a big distortion guy, honestly. Like, I don't know. I just don't really use it that often. And I think oftentimes VST distortion can sound kind of crappy, especially if it's built into a synth. If we turn this off for now. See, it's kind of hard to tell because it's... Let's just do a very simple sound here. Okay, so if we turn on the tube distortion... That doesn't sound too bad. And you got other types. Oh, turn that down a little bit. Why is it doing that? That's crazy. It's like, for some reason, those low notes, it's really going crazy there. Okay, well, maybe that's not the best example. Okay, let's calm down. But yeah, man, so we haven't talked about a really cool feature about this synth is these are all the patches I've made since getting this synth. So I'm just gonna, I mentioned this synth is $150. Did I need this synth at the time that I bought it? No. However, do I think it's worth it? Yes, because again, the user interface, as I've shown you, is so simple, is so easy to use that it allows me to be more creative. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'll look at Diva and I'm like, this is a fucking headache. And Diva's not even that complicated. But sometimes there's just little things about it that are not obvious, that are not clear. So, but anyway, so what I really like, and yes, I put this picture of Mike Ehrmantraut as my sample pack here. What I really like about this synth is how you can create patches. So if you check these out, I recorded that MIDI and saved it in my preset pack. Here's another one. And I mean, it's not an amazing performance, obviously, but I did that to remind myself of what I would use the patch for. Right? Oh. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, Huey Lewis. That one doesn't work because unfortunately you can't record mod wheel automation. It's okay. Same thing with this. Oh yeah, that's a oh yeah. Let's look at it. Well, I'll get back to that. Sorry. I did this one. What's this? Okay, that's cool. That was just a built-in MIDI sequence. What? Yeah, and that one was a built-in MIDI sequence. This as well. Yup. That's supposed to be boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba ba boom, right? Let me show you real quick. It may not be that interesting, but so let's pretend I want to do init. That's one little complaint. Not init is the init button should be like over here. Just blip init, right? Okay, so let's pretend I love this patch so much. We'll do something really here. Let's speed run. I'm gonna take the timer. I'm going to go to my phone. I'm going to speed run a patch really quick. I'm going to go to stopwatch and go. Okay. Okay, we're done. That's 33 seconds. That's not a great patch. Whatever. Let's hit save. Save. The name is going to be called Hey. Okay. Select category. We're going to put this in, I don't know, synth brass. Okay. And I can choose what pack. I can make a brand new one. I can do my user patches. So this is the fun part. So you can choose. These are all basic things. Major chord, minor chord. Okay. Let's record my own. If it will let me. Okay. So I don't think it will actually start doing anything until you touch a note, right? right, cool. A masterpiece. Now, if I apply and close, save as new patch. So now if I go into my patches here, my sounds, get rid of this. Hey. It's like Ghost says that's hilarious. Yeah, it's fun. But this is such a cool, feature that other synths absolutely should have. You record your own MIDI sequence. Why is I was telling Cuneo Soundgraphy about this, and he's like, "Why is that not a feature on other?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's such a nice quality of life thing." Karen Yu says it does look pretty accessible. Yeah, man. Ven says Fami Tracker outputs as mono unless you chuck it in Audacity or something and convert it to stereo, which I sometimes forget. That sounds like a fucking nightmare. Damn. Fuck all that. Sorry to the Fami heads, the Fami Tracker heads. Oh boy, that's rough. I remember this guy commented on my Sega Genesis, how to make Sega Genesis music. He goes, or you could use Deflamask like a real professional instead of FL crap. I'm like, okay, bro. Yeah, I want to go back to this one. Sorry. Is this? Yeah, so check it out. So in the routing tab, look how crazy this is. Apologies to the family trackers. So, all right, the Ultra Wave oscillator, let's mute everything except for that, is going into the filter and then going into the main effects into the output, okay? We turn on the analog here, go back to routing. Oh, we can do it there, I'm sorry. All right, analog goes into the second filter, which then goes into effects bus B, and then the main effects. So these guys are separate, right? Ultra Wave and analog are separate. They're using two different filters. What was the last one? The Super Wave. The Super Wave is going right into FX Plus A, which is, going into filter 1? Uh-oh. Let me go back. I want to make sure I didn't mess that up. Okay, let's go back to routing. Yeah, Super Wave is going into FX Plus A, which this is not clear to me. Is this, so this is going into filter 1, or is this going right to the main effects? Welcome, Glang Star. I don't know, but if you if we get rid of Ultra Wave and Super Wave here, you hear that? Right? It's using filter 2. But this one, the Ultra Wave, is using filter 1. Right? And then the Super Wave is using, I don't even know what the fuck, filter 2, I guess. And some of them are not using effects. Some are, this is obviously using chorus, comb filter, resonator, all this shit, but this dude is not. Look, chorus, he's not using any of that shit. Sorry. He's using, yeah, he's using effects bus B, right? So you see how fucking crazy you can route this thing? I mean, this feels like a DAW to me. This feels like Logic and Ableton had a baby meant for synthesizers, right? And this patch is not going to win an award or whatever, but I just mean that oscillator separate routing, that you really can do some crazy shit in here. Now, there are absolutely limitations which do kind of annoy me. I say this with love because this thing is awesome, and I do think there could be improvements. Absolutely. So like, for example, let's go like, okay, right now, I just want to initialize a brand new patch. How would I do that? No, I want to just, I guess you have to search for it, init. That right there, give me an init button at the top. Unless it's already there and I'm wrong. I don't think so. If we go to synth, no, I don't see it. You have to find the init thing. I could be way off. Init. Okay. So that's that right there. And that's an easy fix. Guys, just put initialize. Unless it is here, and I apologize. Anyway, yeah, so okay, so what are some annoyances? Or not even annoyance, just like improvements that could be made. First of all, there are limitations to this synth. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oscillators at once, which that's not a problem. My issue is that you only get a certain amount. For example, there's only one ultra wave. If I want to do 2 ultra waves, can't do it, right? Is that a deal breaker? No, but what if I wanted to use the FM amount here and I wanted the source to be, well, you can make it your own ultra wave, the one you're currently using. You can absolutely do that. What if I wanted it to be a different ultra wave, right? What if I wanted 2 at the same time? I mean, is it that hard to program? I don't know. I've never made a plugin, so I could be totally talking out my ass. But I would love there to be 2 of these because they're the most flexible and the craziest, right? Analog, I don't actually love this one that I rarely use it. I'm either using the ultra wave or the super wave. There's a lot of mileage in here. I don't know. For whatever reason, that's not a complaint. I just, whatever. So that's an issue to me. Another thing here is I would like, well, I just love more envelopes, to be honest. Like, I mean, I know we do get 3, which is great, but you are kind of, you know, you can't go past that, right? Having 4 identical LFOs is, these are all exactly the same. They all have the same, wait, do they? Yeah, they all have the same features here, right? I would love that also with the envelopes. Now, this is the amp envelope. You can route this to other stuff, but by default, it is routed to the volume, right? So, and then with the envelopes, I would love if they could allow you to draw your own completely. Now, before you say, well, you could do that over here. I know, but there's a caveat, right? Like, ADSR is great, and I love the simplicity. AHDSR is great. I love the simplicity. I love how easy it is to maneuver. Yeah, you can, you know, move the tension and all that stuff. Great. But wouldn't it be sick if you could just like draw your own envelope? I don't know. That'd be cool. Now, the reason why you can do that with the LFO for envelope, however, if I'm not mistaken, well, yeah, you do it here, right? Yeah, so you draw it in here. The problem is it doesn't, it like, okay, let's put it on the filter, for example, this envelope. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe I'm just totally talking out my ass. Can this do everything that I want it to do? Maybe I'm just bitching. And you can control how fast the envelope goes. You know what it is, though? It's the speed, the sustain. Well, I guess you would... Ignore that. I guess you would just... Yeah. I guess you just do this. Oh, release time. Release, that's what it is. This doesn't have release time, right? Not like a true envelope. So this is... So, for example, the difference is, let's say... Okay, let's turn that off for a second and throw this bad boy on there. Release. Sorry. Sounds horrible. Right, so you can't do that with LFO1. Check it out. Right, so that's envelope 2. Let's turn it off. Turn back on LFO1. You kind of can, but not really. I guess I would just like there to be an option of envelope 2 adjustable, you know, like in the settings somewhere in here, right? That's great. And they have presets, which is nice. I never use them, but you could. It's actually really handy. Anyway, yeah, so now let's talk about the arpeggiator. This thing's awesome. I love it. You can do swing. You can also use it well, I guess it has to be applied to something, doesn't it? Mod source. You can use it as a mod source. And so, for example, I could put this on the resonance. Right. You know, you can do whatever you want. And of course, you can change it to sequence. So chords. Right, awesome. What I would like to see, and I don't know how, if they can do this, again, if I got this wrong, please let me know, because I want to know. I want to know what turns your heart. Sorry. I want to know, can we make the ARP have a depth knob? So I can put the mod wheel and actually, like, send this to the ARP. So, for example, I want to be able to go da, 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 and then I move the mod wheel and right? That would be so cool, and I would imagine not that hard to implement, right? Everything else is adjustable, but not... I want the ARP to come in slowly. Now, there is a whole editor here for the ARP, which is great. Also, I just want to say something, too. I know Omnisphere gets a lot of shit for Windows within Windows and stuff, and I know this is technically the same thing, but there's so few of them that it's kind of not a problem. Like, pretty much everything you can do just right in front of you. This gets into... And honestly, you can still do this, most of the stuff here. It's just, you know... Is my mouse showing up? Yes, it is. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool options here. You can snap to key. You can change the swing grid of when it swings. Oh, it's got to be on first, doesn't it? Let's see. Right, you can do all this crazy stuff. You can change the subdivisions. What? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Fuck this. Start over. I didn't even know about this. I just learned this now. So let's turn on the ARP. Let's open up the editor. Letter to the editor. Okay. Let's tie some of these. Let's turn it on a sequencer too. What? I love that. This sounds like a fucking horse racing music. Dun, 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 dun. Can we apply that to something else? Wait a second. Can we turn it on? No. Okay, so if the ARP is not enabled, then it won't work. This is crazy. I love that sort of modulating a parameter in the super weird sequency type of. Yeah. So what are my complaints again? Oh yeah, make an initialize button. Absolutely. Make the envelopes. You can either use them, draw in your own points, or just leave them as is. That's number 2. Number 3 is make the depth of the arpeggiator is it discrete value? I forget the term. You know, something that you can automate with a mod wheel or whatever. That would be really cool. Is that 3? What else do I dislike about this plugin? Oh yeah. Make it so we can have more than one ultra wave. Maybe here now, all of these things that I'm telling you, all these complaints, actually in some ways make the synth what it is, because this kind of feels to me like a hardware synth that has been turned into a VST, meaning most hardware synths you use are not going to have unlimited options. Case in point, I'm gonna mute this for a sec. Not mute it, but I'm gonna put in a synth you may have heard of that has 0 limitations. You are the one who decides. Can we see this? Let's make sure it's on. So yeah, so this is Phase Plant. I don't think I've ever done this on stream before, and I'm sorry. It's oh, you can just adjust it. we're not going to do too much of phase plant. I just want to show you. So this is a synth where you literally have unlimited LFOs, unlimited oscillators. You have great options for everything. Why can't I hear this guy? Ah, I see. And you can go in here and I'm going to do an LFO and click that for this. Actually, wait, I didn't even do that. Sorry. Boom. Yes, yes. I'm going to click in an envelope and do this. You know, whatever. I don't know. I'm a dork. You get it. You get it, right? So this is like untapped potential. Like you can do anything. The problem is it's also you can get stuck in what if I try this? What if I do this? And you have like if you have all yes, sky's the limit. Exactly. Says Karinyu. But the problem with having sky's the limit is if you have a million choices, how are you going to decide on anything? Right? Limitation breeds creativity. Absolutely. So while there are a couple times where I go, oh man, I wish I had another oscillator that could do this, I have to find another way around the problem, right? Or my limitation. And let's be real, it ain't much of a limitation. I mean, this thing is super fucking flexible. Karinyu says, you're saying you have too many options. With that other one that I showed you, phase plant, yes, there's way too many options. With this one, they really have, there are some limits, right? You can't do everything on this synth, much like a hardware synth, right? You know, there's a lot of great hardware synths out there, but even the Hydra synth, for example, you know, which was a huge hit and blah, 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 that does have limitations, right? You can't modulate everything, right? You don't have a million LFOs. You have a lot. I think you have like 5 or something, but, you know, so you got to work with what you got, right? But so all these complaints I really have, I mean, this one I am actually bothered by. You should be able to mod wheel the depth amount to the arpeggio. That absolutely should be a thing. Because that would just be, because you can't do it otherwise. Actually, I have a patch where I haven't talked about macros. Macros are super chill. I love that you have different knob styles and colors and all this shit. And you can call it whatever you want, right? On one of the patches I made, I have a macro that says use ARP, right? Use the arpeggiator, sorry. Basically, like this does nothing if I connect it to, I can't connect it to the ARP. So I was basically saying, if you're going to use this patch, turn on the arpeggiator, and then something cool will happen. I'm going to say this, though. Phase plant, for all its unlimited potential and stuff, I think this synth, Ultra, sounds way better. Way better. I do not think I really dig phase plant that much in terms of how it sounds. Like, I don't know, dude. It's weird. The filters are like okay. I just don't really rock with the sound. This, you need very little tweaking for this thing to sound awesome. Karinyu says, would you say phase is better for someone who is smart enough to know exactly what kind of sound they want to get out of it and won't get confused with the endless combinations? Yeah, I see what you're thinking there, and I absolutely understand your thought process. Here's the thing with phase plant. So phase plant, once you start to understand it, it's not that crazy, right? It's a little time consuming because you are building everything. Like you'll notice here, there's no sound, right? I'm tapping on the keyboard. There's no sound because you have to build all of your oscillators from scratch, right? Now, of course, you can make a template that has, you know, that has these guys already set up and ready to go. But like, it gets a little tedious. For example, like, okay, let's say I wanted to add another oscillator. Well, how would you do it? Would you just do analog? Well, kind of, but now this analog oscillator is paired to this one, and anything I do to it, haha, will affect this. Like, they're linked to this same envelope generator. If I turn it off, they both don't work. So what you probably are better off doing is making a whole, giving it its own envelope generator. But then you, sorry, that's really loud. Let me turn that down. But then you have issues where it's like, well, I want them to be linked though, because blah, 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 right? Because, oh, actually this is more convenient for me. And then the FM, I mean, let me explain FM to you. And on this, it's literally, you go to the warp section, and if we don't know what FM is, just a heads up, FM is where, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. FM is where you're taking an oscillator or a sound wave, okay, and you are, let me just do something real quick here. Give me 2 seconds, because someone, bear with me, guys, sorry. I'm getting a text, and I just want to. Okay, what the fuck is this? Oh, this is some lo-fi YouTube thing. I don't know what this is. Yeah, sorry about that. I want to turn off. My texts are. Okay. Okay, nice. I got a work call thing. But my phone is connected to my computer, which I want to turn off. Can I turn that off? Bear with me. Sorry about this. I was right in the middle of explaining something. Phone link. Quit. Turn that off. Okay. We should be good now. Yeah, I just don't like my boss texting me and then it shows up on screen. I don't think it would even show up, but still. Okay, so FM... Let me actually let's just look it up, right? You know, I mean, I know what it does, but what is FM with subtractive synthesis? Because I'll have a much better time explaining it. Frequency modulation with subtractive synthesis combines the creation of complex, harmonic-rich, metallic, or bell-like tones through FM modulation. Okay, but what is it? Unlike pure FM, sine waves only, this hybrid approach modulates simple waveforms and then filters the result, often producing bright, evolving, or aggressive timbres. Again, be specific. I hate how AI has just infected Google, and you can't find anything without a stupid AI summary. Okay, key concepts of FM plus subtractive synthesis. FM component uses a modulator oscillator to rapidly modulate the frequency of a carrier oscillator at audio rates, creating complex harmonics. Subtractive component, passing the resulting complex waveform through a filter, usually low pass. So, okay, so basically, if this guy is shaped like this, let's turn it off, turn this off, a static wavetable. This guy, if I wanted to FM him to, FM him, if I wanted to do FM with an analog waveform, do we see it there? And if I turn it on, you almost want to think of it like it's like the shape of this guy is affecting the shape of this guy. Right? That's basically what it is. It's almost like The Substance, that movie The Substance, where the woman is split in two. And for one moment, her eyeball has two eyeballs in it. You can see what's happening, right? Look at it. Look at it dead on. Oh, shit, right? It's almost getting, like, stretched with the shape of the other oscillator. If I do this, if I change the shape, let's see what it looks like now. Well, it's kind of hard to tell, actually. And also, is it doing this one? Let's do a sine wave. Yeah, I actually don't know if it's working. If it's properly, or which one it's using. Let's change them all to sine wave just so I'm clear. Okay, try it again. Yeah, you can't really tell from looking at it, I guess, but that's what's happening, right? You're messing with you're messing with the sound of another waveform. And it will sound different compared on what you use as the modulator, okay? Let's see. Let's see. It does look more cumbersome. Chill lo-fi vibes. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I did that. Because I had some random stuff, and that just popped up. Like, I had all these weird videos. I have to look in OBS. I click on the websites when I type something into Google instead of looking at... Yeah, I hate that overview. Ghost says, I like FM modulation on a synth like chord, so it has a shimmering. Yeah. Yeah. Audio Saber, long time no see, says synths should be fun and inspiring to use. Ultra looks more fun than Faceplant. I mean, that is 100% true. This is so much more fun. But so I mean, aside from my terrible explanation of FM, you kind of get what I'm saying. You literally just move the knob and it works, right? And you can put envelopes on it and to adjust it, and it's not crazy. It's pretty simple, right? Faceplant, if you want to do FM, I mean, they give you a lot of options, which is cool, but like, okay, for example, all right, so for Faceplant, you have to take the output of something and then connect it to the input of something else. Okay. And then if you want to adjust movement here, you take an LFO and you adjust the modulator. Right? So and again, it wouldn't sound like if we got rid of this connection, it wouldn't sound the same because it wouldn't even be FM anymore. Right? So my point is, it's a lot of fucking work, and it's a lot of... It doesn't sound very good, in my opinion. It sounds kind of like ass, right? You're getting the raw sound, but it doesn't... Musically, it's like, I can't even do anything with this. I mean, I guess I could if I really got creative and maybe did an envelope instead. Like, let's try it again. Let's do analog. Oscillator type, by the way. They call them generators. Here, let's take the output of the oscillator and send it to the semicent of the first one here. Okay, and then we're going to take an envelope and assign this to, let's make it a real snappy one. We can't hear it yet because I haven't put it on anything. And let's put this on the semicent of this modulator. Do we even need to hear it, actually? No, we do. Right, so, yeah, it's just too much. It's like, I don't have time for that shit, bro. I really don't. I do not have time. And, I mean, right out the gate, the FM on Ultra is so usable. I mean, granted, you get some ugly-ass sounds on this, too. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's not beautiful, right? That's the sound only a mother could love. But it's the work you get to make that happen is so much. Here's what I do want to see. I want to see more I want every oscillator to have FM capabilities, meaning I want the Super Saw to be able to FM into the analog, right? I don't only want the Ultra Wave to have FM capabilities. Like, what if I'm just using this and I wanted to apply frequency modulation from the analog oscillator? Oh, no. Like, I could do some crazy shit, but I can't. And that is something that would be nice. It'd be nice to have the option to do that. Macros, really quick. Let's talk about those. Macros are pretty much like any other synth. If you don't know what a macro is, it's where you can assign a bunch of parameters to a knob, call it whatever you want, and then move it. And it's honestly for organization, right? That's what it is. But organization is great. You know, the most successful producers and sound designers and blah, 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 like with their sounds, they're organized, right? You say make a beat for me in 5 minutes. If I can't find my drums or the plugins I use or I'm gonna be scrambling and sweating like a fish or whatever, flopping around like a fish, sweating like a pig. There we go. So, good example of a macro. Let's start a brand new patch. Maybe I want the speed, the need for speed. I want the speed of this ultra wave to be adjusted by macro 1. So you literally can just click, drag, and drop. See, there it is. If I want multiple things to be adjusted by a macro, you know, same thing. You could do this too. You could do the warp mode here. Whoa, now it's doing both. And what's nice about this is you don't have to think about it too much, but you can do some sounds that maybe you didn't know. Maybe you didn't know were a thing for you. Oh my God. Karen, yeah. Have you seen that video of RZA doing that awful beat at the spot? Dude, that is a classic. I was actually just talking to my friend Techno about that. And we're not sure. I mean, that video has been around for a while, like over 10 years. And here's the thing about the RZA. This is a little detour from Ultra. I recommend Ultra. I give it a 9.3 out of 10, you know? I think it's a solid fucking synth of the year for me. I'm going to keep using this for years. Anyway, so I've never been a huge fan of the RZA's production. I grew up in California. I was kind of more partial to Dr. Dre and shit like that. And I came into the East Coast stuff later, but I did like it a lot. Like, I like producers like DJ Premier, Pete Rock, The Alchemist is an amazing producer. I think Nottz, Nottz, is also he might be from Virginia, whatever. Yeah, East Coast. So it's not that I don't like East Coast music. It's that the RZA's production style is so batshit fucking crazy, where he would be doing stuff that was like, he'd be sampling some old lady going, ah, and he goes, that's perfect. And he puts it in his beat. So it's, and then also on top of the, you hear someone falling down the stairs on the piano. Cling, 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 cling. Cling, 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 cling. Right? That's the RZA to me. It's just like fucking nonsense. It's not. It's more than that. And it was very creative for sampling, and, you know, he was doing stuff nobody else was. Is it my cup of tea? No. But whatever. So when that video came out, I was kind of like, this is not a good look for RZA fans. Karinu says, is that how you pronounce RZA? I thought it was RZA. Well, because in the songs he goes, the RZA, the Jizza. Yeah, there's the RZA and the Jizza. He also goes by Bobby Digital. He's got a lot of names. Talented guy. I also like him in the Nobody movies. He's funny in those. But yeah, I'm pretty sure what happened is he had a placement for Guitar Center to do. Let's just watch it. Why not? RZA makes a terrible beat. That's what's nice about my streams, is that I can do whatever I want, pretty much. Let's put it on here. Make sure that you can see it. Actually, that's important. I don't think I can do full screen right now because of how I have the OBS set up. So apologies. We're going to have to see this. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right, here we go. Actually, wait. Why can't I hear anything? Oh my God. You can't hear anything though. Let me go to properties. Yeah, should be. Turn it down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So here's the beat. Crafting a beat.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is
First of all, pause. What the fuck is this? What is this? This looks like shit. I've never seen this in my life. Whatever this fucking machine is that an NPC? It looks like generic. This is before AI, but it looks like some AI idea of a thing. Yeah. Anyway.
now is we're gonna just make a beat from scratch. Something I do with this machine. You could do it in your car.
Okay.
On the plane. You hear that? So that's the tempo, right?
That's the tempo,
so
right?
Do, just come here. Choose a sound. Boom. Sound.
Yeah. Oh God. What the fuck? I can't even read the label there.
Okay, like that. So I'll take that sound. Let's go track 2.
I hate that he does the
sound real quick. Let's just go underground bass. Got it.
this fucking guy.
Okay.
All right. I suppose this is hip hop, maybe.
Turn this down. The good thing about this machine, you could put the quantize to 8 and just make it go.
I mean, listen, at least he knows how to use it. At least it wasn't complete. I mean, yeah, he knows how to use it. It's just he's not being selective at all about the sounds.
See everyone title?
Got it.
Okay. Track 3. Track 3 is empty. Come back up here to my
Ghost says, sounds like a PlayStation drum machine. Yeah. Karinu says, I don't know. I've been listening to the Wu-Tang. First 2 albums I liked, mainly the second one. The third one, the W, sucked ass. No energy, boring intro, long-ass songs. Don't like it. Yeah, fair. I mean, you'll get no argument from me, dude. I don't know. It's just not up my alley. Although, to be fair, I kind of dropped off of hip-hop a while ago. I became disillusioned. I realized I didn't like the rap. I liked the production, and I found better production in other genres. So I can't be the arbiter of what's good rap and what's not. But yeah, I mean, his beats were just fucking nuts, you know. Ghost says, white dude's like, sounds about right. Sounds about right to me. The funniest thing about this video is when he finishes it, he feels so proud of him. I know.
sounds like.
Okay, here we go. We got the fart trumpet. Stop.
Right, so then you kind of really make it like have that modern sound. I'm just gonna add a little hi-hat, a normal like hi-hat from modern music, shall we say. So we got something like that. All right, that's cool.
Dude, he may not have known that. Well, how could he not? First of all, he might have been high as shit, probably. B, he may not have known that they were going to use this take. And he was just like, yeah. I wonder if has he been asked about it? Has the RZA been asked about his Guitar Center beat? Dude, I remember when I don't know when it came out, but a lot of people were fucking glazing him, saying he obviously knew what he was doing. He was just trying to get a paycheck. Why? How would that service him? How would looking like a fucking fool and embarrassing himself help him? It only made people question his credibility as a producer. Why would that be his genius 4D chess move. Shut the fuck up. The RZA has not publicly addressed or been directly asked in mainstream interview about his infamous 2000s era Guitar Center promo video, where he created a beat widely mocked online as being terrible. The video, which features him sampling on a Roland MV8000, that's a Roland product? That looks like dog shit, is frequently discussed on forums like Reddit as a humorous, unironic moment. Man, I really wish he could talk about it. That'd be so funny. Yeah, I made that shit, man. I don't know. This is it? This is not it. AI, wrong again. Come on, that's not fucking it at all. Stupid fucking AI. Okay, no. What drum machine was the RZA using for Guitar Center ad? Is not that. Please tell. No, it's not. No, it's not. Roland MV 8800. I don't think this is it either. This doesn't look like it at all. First of all, it had some weird EXE thing on the back of it, which this doesn't seem to have. Stupid fucking AI. Anyway. Is there any more of this? It's almost over, right?
I'll just probably roll it on there.
Ah, Bad Gear, the notorious beat thing. Oh, you're right. You're right. Being high ain't no excuse.
That's just RZA making a quick beat. Right? Get those horns back in there one more time.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is it, Ghost. You're right.
Cool, man.
Cool, man. This feels like 10 minutes long, this video. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot about that part.
Great sounds in these headphones. One pair of headphones, two guys connected. Daisy chain. Right? Daisy chain. And it's not
You hear how good it sounds in these headphones? Two guys connected, daisy chain. What's that about? Why do you have to talk about that?
plug into yours.
Yeah.
And this could go on. And so, say you ever get into a situation where you hanging with your girl and she's watching something on her iPod or, and she's like, honey, check this out. And she got to take the headphones off and put it on your ear. I don't know. Well, mine's, you just plug right into one thing.
Listen, I love him. He's a good dude. I love his energy. He's one of those guys, maybe I don't love his beats, but his energy is great. He seems like a nice, chill guy. I've never heard stories about the RZA being an asshole. Method Man, a couple of, just like how he had to bring up when we shared two headphones, daisy chain, and the guy goes, daisy chained, right? Oh, I want to kind of take a look at this, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for Bad Gear right now because he throws so many memes. Oh god, it's so loud. It's so loud. Oh my god, this is the demo. If you guys don't know Bad Gear, I'm sure you do, but his channel's funny, where he just usually Bad Gear means that the gear is not bad. People just think it is, but I'm pretty sure in this case it is. Come on.
Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. There are potential protagonists for this show that are readily available and have become household staples for synth nerds all around the globe. However, other pieces of controversial gear are increasingly hard to find, and the notorious Beatthang is certainly one of them. This sample-based groovebox and alleged MPC killer was brought to the market by the Beatkangs, a small and innovative US company consisting of ambitious hip-hop artists and an elder statesman of the music industry. The Beatthang not only comes with a, let's call it, bold design, its story is worthy of a Netflix miniseries. At the first glance, the Beatthang is literally ticking off.
Oh my god, that looks so bad. Pause. Pause. The what's really offending me is the font. Whatever font they used, I don't know, dude. I would have preferred like Comic Sans or something. It looks so generically bad. And you know, there's still some synths out there that use similar font. Like I think the third wave also has a screen. Yes, it is called the Beatthang. Hey girl, you my little Beatthang. But I don't know. It just looks so bad. Jesus, what were they thinking?
Military grade construction.
It looks like a fucking Chinese knockoff product, man. Sorry.
Of oddly shaped drum pads reminiscent of an Ensoniq ASRX. A nice display, rotary controls for high-speed menu diving.
Almost sexual, isn't it, Smithers?
Unexpected pitch
Whoa.
and mod wheels, and rumor has
What?
it the designers had
What the fuck? Pitch and mod wheels on the side like that? That's so weird.
In order to understand where the
Yeah, my girlfriend likes Comic Sans.
We have to take a look at the origin story of the thing. The Beatkangs were founded in 2004, worked with Zoom on the Street Box, and showed a general discontent with the music tech industry when it came to dedicated hip-hop instruments. They wanted to build a machine that reflects hip-hop culture, raised the necessary funds, found a partner in crime in Kiss, Alice Cooper, Pink Floyd, producer Bob Ezrin, presented a prototype at NAMM 2009, announced a release date for the same year, and... Okay, that's a bit unfair. The 2010 virtual Beatthang was allegedly used by Rockwilder on a 50-cent record. There was the Player Thang for iOS and an online hype train unheard of in the world of music technology. The Kangs teamed up with Grammy Award winner Dallas Austin, organized the $30,000 Kang of All Battles, and I'm sure the RZA doesn't offer free beats. However, the first reviews didn't see the light of day until 2012, and it seemed like the instrument was far from being finished. Meanwhile, the Kang of All Battles continued online. A mix of disappointment and schadenfreude clashed with euphoric reviews and posts of questionable authenticity. The Groovebox didn't sell too well at its original MSRP of $1.5 grand.
What? No way. 1.5. Oh my god. That's insane. That looked like it was $300 at the most. I don't even want to watch anymore. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. You know what would be another huge upgrade for this guy? Sorry. And then I think you can also modulate. I'm not mistaken. Oh no, maybe not. I don't know if you can modulate the macros themselves. I don't think so. Whatever. But what would also be cool would be, okay, you see you got ultrawave, analog, super, noise, sub. What if you had layers like in Nexus? Bro. And this is the new Nexus, not the old one. Yeah, so let's say I just do saw init. Okay, let's go to routing, layer. Okay, so you know, you can How does this work? Okay, you can load up your oscillators, right? Sorry, let's turn it way the F down. Way the F down. Right, and you can do all this cool stuff like you could do. I will say, after using Nexus 5 now for a minute, it's definitely, I don't know, the filter section's weird. What's even happening? Oh, turn it on to Hertz. Can we change it to something else? Yeah, ramp. Nope, nope. Can I have user? Ah. Anyway, whatever. So let's pretend that's my thing, right? You can make a brand new layer. I mean, that's something to think about, is that if they made it so it was like this mega multi-timbral powerhouse. I will say this, though. It's pretty light on CPU, and I appreciate that. And I'm okay. I think if once you did start adding layers, then we're getting into, oh, fuck. Can this thing even run properly? Like, let's see kind of what the CPU load is. Also, there's a ton of presets, too. Obviously. Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about the sample-based stuff. So this is using a sample that's converted into a waveform. That sounds really bad, but oh, go back to that. Was that Boys of Summer? It is! Copyright. Wow. Let me... Oh, sorry. Let me put this back where it was supposed to be. Sorry. Let me clear my throat. Okay. I would even make this legato monophonic. And maybe turn on some glide here. I mean, it doesn't sound bad. Anyway, let's just do a song real quick. I just want to see how many ultras we can have at once. You know, why not? Let's turn off the what's the tempo here? Apologies. What the freaking heck am I doing? Where is the wait, where is here, sorry. Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna get a little country. Nope. Try that again. I'm ass. 2, 3. Okay. Let me... Well, my darling, I just want to drive my truck. I just want to talk to my kids. Okay. All right, calm down, calm down. So, no, don't record again. Let me, wow, look at the velocities all the way up. I would like to... Oh, Shift Q is a new... but I don't want them to all be like that. Oh. Dads from Texas would love this. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna... I don't know. I mean, I just got kind of like stuck on that, you know, but it's okay. All right. There we go. Da, 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 da. Okay, good enough. So we're just gonna loop this. All right, so whatever. So let's do a new patch. And it can be one that I made or one I haven't made. Let's do one I have made so you can hear some of those. Dads. This should be called Dads from Texas. Let's go to, just to show you some of the keyboards. Now that's the thing with this, because you have this sample manipulation or using converting a sample into a wave, ultra wave, you have some pretty cool sounds. Like that's, you know. Right. That's the one I made. I make the more synthy ones. Star keys. They're not great. I don't know. Organ. I'm sick of organ. You have piano. Yeah. So. Polysynth. Okay, let's just do like a big fat chord, a giant chord even. Make sure it's set to 32 voices or whatever it is. Come on. Organ schmorgan. Yeah, I don't know. I just get in a synth patch when it goes, look, organ sounds. I'm like, yeah, I know, bro. We've been able to do the organ for a while. It's not that crazy. Ooh. Organ. Okay, random color. Yeah, sure. Jesus, it's a little loud, isn't it? Let's try a different patch. That might be not the one. Or maybe. I mean, I see it going up a little bit on the CPU meter. I know you guys can't see it. Let's try a different patch. This is not it. Okay, yeah, I mean, just from playing a big fat chord there, it went up to 27 for on my CPU meter, which normally it's hovering around 5 or 6. So it's not nothing. What is this song? Nope. Dame. Dude, good seeing you, man. This is my first stream in a long time. Sounds like there's a fat compressor on this. I'd be willing to bet $1. There's a compressor. The graphics interface reminds me of Serum. The lyrics, the song should be "Gonna grab my high horse." Yeah, dude, it seems a little bit like Serum, but I actually like it so much more. I think the interface on this thing is so fun and easy to use. Welcome. Dame Sysex, by the way. He's amazing. Check him out on Instagram. He's that dude. Sysex, like Dame, Sysex. Yeah. He makes some cool shit. Great videos. But I don't know about that one. Let's see. Ooh, that's more my speed. Well, I made this, so that's why. Let's see. Turn on the reverb a little bit. Oh. Turn the time up. Turn maybe a delay on this bitch. This Beezy. Tape echo. Let's drag him out here. Uh-oh. Something's wrong with this chord. There we go. Do I have an EQ on this? Sorry. You can adjust the band, of course, or the Q, I should say. Put a chorus on here too. The chorus is okay. It's alright. Actually, it's part of the flanger unit. Maybe I will put this guy here. I'm gonna sidechain the dad guitar to the to these chords, just because it's getting a little lost in the mix. Ultra. Not that much. Get a bass line in here. Let's do ultra. And I mean, I made some basses that I really like, but we could also just look at some of them. Not all of these are factory. I did buy a couple preset packs. I got all excited. What I thought this was going to be one of those synths that you need to buy presets because it's just a pain in the ass, and I'm glad I was wrong. Like, currently, I haven't been using any presets when I've been making my own stuff. Right now, I'm just kind of, I'm just kind of lazy. But, and I'm showing you guys. But yeah, no, in general, I made this one. It's nothing crazy, but I made this one too. Kind of a variation. Let's see what else we got. Nope. I do notice most patches are geared towards EDM. That's nice. That patch wouldn't be too bad in a funk song. Yeah, no. I mean, dude, all these... Here. Okay, calm down. Yeah, I mean... That chord should change here. Chord should change here. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Why is it so... What did I do here? It sounds so weak. That's not the right word, but... Let me look at the mod matrix, see what I did. Oh my god, look at all the shit I did. Look at this. Oh, resonance. That may have something to do with why it sounds so soft. Soft isn't the right word. Thin. Also, I think the reverb will always kind of make it sound a little washed out. No, but in general... Did I put a EQ on that I wasn't aware of? This. Something else is making it sound a little thin to me. I wonder what. Fuck it. Let's, they're all called Ultra. I should probably give them better names. But, you know, fuck it. Now, you can also put drums in this thing, too. And there are kick patches and stuff. And it's cool. I don't really rock with, you know, I need samples for my drums. You know, but you could. Sounds so corny. Da, 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 da. You know what? That little guitar melody, let's turn that shit up. It's too quiet. What's this? What's happening? Who texted me? Oh god. Oh, Dame just messaged me, said, bro, if you don't have a controller, I have an Arturia Keystep Pro. I don't use it at all. No, man. No. I do. I have a control. That's very nice of you. No, man. Man, Dame's the best. I have this little... Let me show you what I have. I'll show you guys. It's working pretty well for my setup. It's called a MIDI plus mini control. It fits on my desk, all cute. I'll show you guys. This little piece of shit here. Come on. Any second now. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. I wasn't down. Sorry. Okay, so this is what I have. It's I think it was like $50. I like it because it has proper mod wheels, right? I actually never use these encoders are trash. They're not good. And I never use these, but it's mini keys, it's small, it's got an octave button, you know, even has an arpeggiator, which I haven't really used, and it's got the mod wheel and the pitch bend. I love it. And I just have it on my desk, and it's great. This is what I'm rocking right now. Keystep Pro, very nice of you, man, but I'm good. I'm cool. Applies for balls insurance today, Abby. What is this? I hate this. Here at Country Insurance, we make sure you and yours are taken care of. Whether you're out in the field grazing with the grass and the cows. Wait, we gotta change this part. Down, do that. Nope, da. No. We welcome your business, partner. So stupid. Corinne says, I'm imagining like a middle-aged fuck from Texas with the VR headset on. Take it easy, partner. Here at the 1992 Western Insurance, we make sure you're covered, amigo. Whether you're out wrestling a cow or drinking a sip of moonshine by the river, we've got you covered. Oh, we got a chord change. Yeah, we've got a chord change. Traveling up the chords. Yeah. Gay Cowboy Insurance. Okay, so now that we're done with that, I will just say, despite these 3 patches playing at the same time, I'm only hitting, these are pretty fat chords. I'm at 25 CPU for 3 different patches. That's not bad, dude. A Serum 2 patch, 1 patch is like 25, right? I have a really good computer. I got a really good graphics card, or not, sorry, my bad. A really good processor. I'm out of it. And I have a shit ton of RAM. And yeah, this thing. So maybe if you're on a whack-ass computer, I guess maybe it could put a dent in it, but I don't think so, man. I think it's pretty light. It's pretty fucking light. The synthesis itself. Oh, sorry. I got some migraine shit going on. Fuck. Sorry. Sorry. Fucking shit. Hold on to all the RAM you can, brother. They're going. I know. It's, yeah. Dark days. I like those AI things where it's like, you know, RAM costs $900 because of this video or whatever. Yeah. But, let me show you some actually good songs that I made, or just stuff that I was working on recently. Here's one. This is called Business Shuffle. Okay. And all the synths you'll hear in this, assuming it doesn't just close, sometimes FLX is just randomly closed for no reason when I change projects. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Looks like we're okay. All the synths in this are from Ultra. Okay, calm down. Wait, you can't even hear that, can you? What the fuck? Why can't you hear that? Oh, I see. It needs to be analog 3 and 4. Nope. It's not working, is it? Bear with me, folks. I think I did a little... There's a little issue. Yeah, it's on Osseo Fireface. Is it 5 and 6? Here we go. So, what's happening here is this bass patch I made. This is tough. Thank you. Yeah, this is. Well, no. I need some of this on here. Let's mute stuff we don't need. This is Ultra, and I kind of meant it to be like a weird higher ground, you know. But if, you know, basically what's happening in this one is I'm messing with the FM amount for sure. I'm using the resonator filter, and I'm modulating the skew amount with something. Envelope 2. And then on top of that, I also have a low pass filter. And then I'm also messing with, what is adjusting this here? Envelope 2. Oh, the note. I actually did like alternative key tracking. So the higher up notes I play, the more it opens. I mean, there's a button right there for it, but I just literally did it with note, which is an option, which is cool as fuck. What else am I doing in this patch? Oh, LFO4 is definitely doing some shit. Let's look at the mod matrix. No, LFO3, excuse me, is adjusting the filter cutoff. Right. Let's take a look at LFO3. Ah. So it's also opening based on this. And then velocity plays a key component as well. What's velocity doing? Let's look in the mod matrix. Envelope 2 has velocity on it, which is going to the resonator skew and the cut. So it's like, I know this may sound like it's going to this and and it sounds like it's confusing. It's not. It's what I mean, when you make the patch, you can always see what is doing what, right? Like if I click on envelope 2, where is this going to? Ah, it's going to filter cutoff 1 and 2 and the resonator skew. And you see how much it's doing, right? Super simple. And do I have a mod wheel? Yeah. The mod wheel is adjusting vibrato. Yeah. Ghost says it makes a lot more sense when you're the one who's routing it. That is very true. That is true. But it doesn't take a lot of time for you to figure it out, right? Like, yeah, exactly. If I were just to show this to someone who had never used it before and who hadn't made the patch, they might go, whoa. But, and then, so anyway, so that's that. And then this other patch I really like that I made, super simple. Let me, it really is. I'll show you. So let's get rid of the bass. Let's get rid of this and the drums. Okay. And all this shit. Let's get rid of all this stuff for now. So what's happening here is when the mod wheel is down, it has reverb on it. When the mod wheel is up, the reverb goes away. And then this applies to the filter. So in this patch, all I'm doing is just automating the mod wheel. I mean, I can do it right now. you know. Anyway, I think that's probably a good place to stop. I personally feel like this is synth of the year for me, in my opinion, because I have been so flippin' productive with this thing. Every time I open a new patch, I just open something up and I just start playing, you know, and I just start making something. And it doesn't take much time, really. And by the way, I've only shown you one waveform here, right? There's so many, dude. There are literally hundreds and hundreds. Look at this. Look at this. It's Chris Isabella in the chat. My man. I love you too, man. I mean, bro, I only showed you one waveform. Think of all the FM stuff you can do with this. It's nuts. I guess this is mine? Okay. Artist. Like if we go to pack, factory orchestral. Bro, we got the flugelhorn. But it's not a sample. It's a fucking ultra wave. Slow it down. Right? What else they got in here? They got so many. Robot punks. Turn it down a little bit. A lot of them sound the same, obviously, but some of them are very unique. Like category, let's go to acoustic. Kalimba. What? What? Are you crazy? Sounds kind of like a Super Mario World. Right. There's a lot in here. I haven't even gone through most of these. Honestly, I've literally only touched like sawtooth stuff, right? What's this? CZ101. If we go to FM. What? Here's a fucking let's I mean, does it sound like digital diarrhea? A little bit. Could it be used in something? Maybe. That sounds rough. I don't like that at all. But you know what I mean. When you put the filter on there. What? And that sounds kind of usable. Put an LFO on the detune. Also, let's make a little bell thing or something. I don't know. How about here? I mean, is this gonna win a Grammy? No, but you know, whatever. Fuck it. Here's one that I'm not gonna save that. Here's another one I was doing last night. I called it K-pop Demon Hunters because it reminded me a little bit of that big song that everyone likes. I've never seen the movie, and it kind of annoyed me, the song. Oh, God. Yeah, but just the instrumental kind of reminded me of it. I wasn't trying to, but now that I hear it, I'm like, I could see this. So, like... Oh, wait. You can't hear it, can you? You can't hear it, I think. Again. Nope. Let me fix that. Let me clear my throat. There we go. Yeah. Isn't that fun? Chris Isabella says, what's the name of this synth again or program? Yeah, dude, it's called Ultra. It's for ultra sick dudes only. No. Ultra nerds. Yeah, it's called Ultra. It is about the ultra waveform fucking shit. I won't lie to you, it's $150, so, you know, it ain't free. But neither is freedom. Oh. For me, it's been super worth the price. But do I recommend it to everyone? I think if you already have a synth that you really like, and you like the workflow, like if you're a Serum guy and you love Serum, I don't think this is going to do anything for you that Serum can't do. That's crazy, dude. That's a fucking crazy sound, bro. That's just the waveform. Slow down the speed. Speed it up. Are you fucking crazy? What? Oh! So again, we've messed with the stereo manipulation. It's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. Change the filter to this guy. Yeah, no, if you already have Serum and you like Serum or Serum 2 or whatever, I don't think you need the synth. Maybe it does do some stuff that Serum doesn't do, but I don't know. Sorry, I'm being really annoying. Yeah, man, but this thing rocks. I love it. I could turn this into a full-on patch if I wanted to. Let's turn on the... what is this thing? Let's turn on, What? Okay, calm down, calm down. It's a little much. Oh my God. Good place to stop. Southwest, baby. Hit me up. Ghost says, I gotta go, fellas. I have homework and a comp due tomorrow. Love y'all. Dude, thanks for coming by, Ghost. Thank you, Carinu Pinion, Chris Isabella at the end, Dame Sissex. Who else we got here today? Audio Saber, long time no see. Glangstar, Ven, Crimbo dropped by, Bill. Appreciate it, guys. This is fun. I may do more of these. I may not. I mean, I will. I just don't know when, because life's kind of crazy right now. But it's been real, and I recommend it. Listen, if you don't have a serum, if you don't have your Omnisphere, whatever, and you want a workhorse synth that's easy to use and logical, I recommend Ultra. I think it really has a lot of playability, programmability. Yeah, and I dig it. And there's even more shit I don't even know. Like, to be honest, the whole sample manipulation stuff is fucking insane. Oh, I forgot there's a sampler. There's a whole sampler too. Sorry, that kind of hurt my ears. We didn't even talk about this. This is just a straight up sampler. You know, but you can load shit here, guitar. Try the unison. Okay, that's it. Catch you guys on the flippy. Talk soon.